All right, welcome back to We Talk Tech, everybody. We got a fun episode today. Not only are we talking technology, but we're really going to get to know one of our members.
Well, I'm so excited to introduce Deepi. Thank you for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been a TIL member?
Thanks, Ian. Thanks for having me, Taylor and Wayne. It's great to be here. So thank you for the invite. Hi, everyone. My name is Deepi, and I've been a member of TIL for about a couple of months now, but I've known about them for a long time. Yeah, I love animals, especially dogs. And outside of that, I'm a self-advocate, and I love to go out and experience and explore different things and see what's accessible and not, and then write about them. So that's about it for me.
Deepi, I know that you work in radio a lot, broadcast. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And
Yeah, so I worked with CITR radio station, which is a UBC campus radio station. I joined them in 2012, so that was 10 years ago. And it's funny how time flies because, it's been nothing but so much fun learning and lots of challenging experiences, but it's so rewarding when I speak with different people. And that's what I was doing. I was interviewing different people with disabilities and learning about not only their disabilities and challenges that they endure in their daily life, but also bringing awareness on accessibility and disability, whether it's news, sports, entertainment, you name it, anything related to accessibility and disability. I was first doing individual projects on my own and doing pre-recording. And then later on in the years, it was more like a live experience, doing a show called All Access Pass, which was a weekly, sometimes bi-weekly radio shows. And we had different guests coming in or on over the phone. And it was just a very fun experience for me overall, and just getting to know everybody and their disability, not only from my standpoint, but from outside of my own. And it was a learning experience, as well as how, as a community, we can come together to remove some barriers. That's still, it's still around, but I think it's getting better.
Absolutely. And Deepi, I know that technology has helped us a lot stay connected throughout the pandemic. How are you using technology in your life?
Well, it's funny because before the pandemic, I'll be honest, I just used my phone or my laptop, and it was just like me using my phone to just email or text, the basic stuff. And then my laptop just to do some, script working for radio. But that was it. And then I think the pandemic definitely helped me use Zoom. I used Zoom here or there, but I didn't really know about it until I actually had to use it and use it for my recordings when we would do All Access Pass, because we still wanted to keep going with the radio, even though, physically we weren't able to do it live. And so I was using Zoom, we were using Skype, we were using Google Meet, like all these different things. So it taught me a lot of Like, I don't have to be in the studio all the time. I have this option now of using online devices. Yes, they're not perfect, but I don't think anything really is perfect. I don't even think there is such a thing. This is where Google also came in for me, because I was always at home more and more, not out and about. And so, how do I turn my lights on? And that's where Google came in. I had to get TIL to help me out. How to turn the TV on with Google. That's been such a blessing, to have that independence, or not having to, depend on my staff to do every little thing.
So Deepi, in your introduction, you mentioned that you were aware of TIL and Technology for Living for a long time, but had only recently become a member. What did you think of the process for becoming a member? How did it go? What did you think about the install? Worth it?
Oh, of course. I mean, I'm not just saying that because, uh, it is what it is. But yeah, no, I mean, it's made a big difference. I wasn't able to do a lot of things like turning on the TV by myself, or especially when I'm in the wheelchair. I don't have physically have the capacity to turn on the TV or turning the lights on. Actually, I got sick in January for a few months, and it kind of affected my voice. So, me calling my mom, who lives upstairs, I'm downstairs. It was very difficult for her to hear. So TIL helped me put on a doorbell where I can use the doorbell, and she would be able to hear it, and so she would know that, oh, I'm calling her. So it has helped in that sense that, if I need help, my mom is able to hear without me calling, really, but can sense that I need help. And so that's definitely been a blessing. And like I said, turning on the lights, turning the ceiling fan, especially now it's been so hot and humid, so you need that. Just those little things that maybe someone would not be really making a big deal, but for me, it's a big deal, because it's just that one step of uh, having independence and freedom to do things.
You're 100% right, Deepi. It's a small thing, but for us, when you can't do it yourself, it's incredible. I was recently last week I was in Montreal, and in the hotel room the first time, as soon as we entered it, I felt seriously disadvantaged because I couldn't turn the lights on. I couldn't open the curtains, I couldn't adjust the thermostat, and I felt such a disadvantage, which I think speaks to how valuable these technologies can be for us.
Yeah, like, I mean, I just went last week on a vacation, and yeah, same thing. I was like, I was so used to Google, turn on the lights. Uh, no, there's no Google, so it was like, that was kind of weird. And it's funny, I just said that, and my lights turn on. So,
And
yeah.
and so did everybody listening. All their lights turned on as well. So
Yeah.
There you go. So, yeah, I mean, these are small things, but it makes a big difference in a person's life, especially with those who have physical disabilities and cannot do these things, but now are able to do it thanks to, Google or Alexa or whatever you want devices that you are using.
So, DK, I'm curious. Speaking about voice control, you mentioned briefly controlling your phone and your laptop through voice. Can you touch upon that?
Yeah, so Taylor and I had this discussion a while back where, it's not perfect by any means. I'm still learning as we're going. Um, I use it in a way to, um, I got meetings like today. I'm meeting with you, all of you, and I had to use my voice commands to, you know, have the items open and things like that. But yeah, I use a lot of um, things to open items and to type. Although the typing has been a struggle.
You're not alone
Uh,
with that, DP. You're not alone.
yeah, yeah. And actually, I'm actually going to be taking some classes with Neil Squire. So I just contacted them, and we're going to see if I can get some classes in so I can get better, used to having the voice command work a bit better. Um, I don't know if it'll work, but we're going to definitely try. And I've used voice commands on my phone as well, thanks to Taylor. And as well, Siri. Siri and I don't get along very well. I will be honest. But yeah, Ian, were you going to say something?
And no, I was laughing because
Yeah.
I feel the same way. We have a love-hate relationship.
Yes, yes. I have that relationship with Siri, and I mean it's fine when it's close by, but it's so difficult when the phone's a little bit away. But even I'm clear, and it still doesn't catch what I need it to do. So yeah, I can. It's frustrating, but I try to remember that it's a technology. So it's like a child, and it's gonna you have to teach it, and yeah, it's like children. So you gotta speak a different tone, and if it doesn't work, try again later. Still, yeah, I'm still working on that, but it's better than it used to be. Let's just put it that way.
That's great. And speaking of your laptop, and again, Neil Squire and their computer comfort program is fantastic. It's a good place to go to get that kind of education. But I was also told that you have a new laptop mount. So how's that going for you?
I love it. Before I actually didn't have a mount, and it was very difficult for me because when I was working and I was in the state at the radio station. A part of my job was to have meetings with my collective teammates, and a lot of them were using their laptops, phones to do research and things like that, but I wasn't. And why that was because I didn't have uh, a mount system. And why I didn't, I don't know. I guess because I didn't want to deal with, oh, it's only half an hour. I don't need to, I can do all my research at home. So that was my thinking at the time. But more and more, I realized actually I need a mount system. Like I need my computer so I can research and look in things instead of having my brain working and trying to remember every little thing. And so having a mount system now, and it's only been, I think, maybe 3 months since I've had it, and it's been awesome. I'm talking to you right now in my wheelchair and having the mount system. I wouldn't be able to do that before. Um, and I've been doing a lot of other meetings and things like that. So it's been amazing. it's just been another form of like independence, you know, another tool besides uh, Google and other devices.
Right, and it is something that not everybody thinks about when it comes to accessibility in the home, is mounting, and that's a large part of what we do is mounting the phones, mounting iPads, tablets, switches, kind of everything to make it more so you're more portable, right? You can stay connected to the world as you're going throughout your day.
For some people, this might be a small thing, but for me, I'm going to speak for myself. It's a big thing.
With that independence, what is your favorite device that TIL has provided so far? I know it's hard.
I'm going to say Google. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I could turn the lights on. I can put, turn the TV on. There's a lot of other features that I'm working on still. That TIL's working with me, so I love it. It's
It's
really cool.
the glue that holds everything together, right?
Yeah.
I would have to say the same. I think that as Tilla mentioned, it is the glue. It's the way that I can sit here at my desk and control my environment, and that's something that I couldn't do before voice control. Between Google and Amazon, like the Echo Dots and Siri, yeah, I'm still. I love that you said that it's similar to speaking to a child.
Yeah.
Now I can say that I have three children in my house, and none of them listen to me all the time. So
Yeah. You have to treat it like it's a child. The different tones, the way, yeah, like it makes a big difference.
it does. It absolutely does. I know, especially when I'm waking up in the morning and I try to start the good morning routine. And
Oh,
my voice is super froggy and I'm not
yeah.
enunciating and I have to clear my throat like I'm about to speak into a microphone or do a presentation, and that usually works.
Yeah.
Ian, I was
Yeah.
sure you were going to say your favorite was the Echo Show 10, just because it's always facing you and makes you feel important. But
Can you see it?
no,
It's tracking me.
but
Yeah, it's sitting in the corner beside the couch.
but Taylor, just to kind of finish the three of you, what's your favorite tech? You got a lot of tech in your home.
Yeah.
I won't say the voice assistant because that's it's the same, although it is critical, of course. I think it's the lights. I guess it's a pet peeve, but I do not like not being able to see or like even like a dim room. I do not like it. It frustrates me and annoys me. So my lights are always on. They're always full blast. So I think the lights and the motion sensors that combo is incredible for me because I just zip around the house and the lights follow me wherever I go.
All right, Taylor, Ian, always a pleasure with you guys interviewing, and we got to interview an amazing guest today in Deepi. Deepi, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us. A lot of great information
No,
about
thank
tech
you.
and about you. It was really good getting to know you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I had a blast. And it's really great to knowing you. And it's amazing the work that you guys all do. And thanks again to Teal for making my life a bit more positive and definitely more independence because without them, I would be struggling. So, thanks again for Teal, and thank you all for inviting me.
And as always, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.